Good morning. It's Friday morning. Yeah, once again, I feel prompted to come on here and say something, and I don't have any preparation whatsoever. I'm shooting from the hips and doing this with God's help. I may make a mistake. If I do, forgive me. And if I don't, take heed. But I don't listen to a lot of news. I don't pay attention to a lot of news anymore. I get bits and pieces and look at headlines and try not to get too wrapped up in it. But just recently, there was this shooting, terrible thing, horrible thing. I believe up in Minnesota, and it involved they say transgender. First of all, I want to say, if there's anyone watching here that calls themselves a transgender, Jesus loves you, but he does not love the sin. You may feel like you fought it, and you say, well, I give up, I ain't fighting it no more, just going to go with it. Well, the person who has been addicted to pornography, the person who's been addicted to alcohol, the person who's been addicted to drugs, they may fight that their entire lives. That don't mean to go with it. We all have a battle we must fight. And many may say, I just want to be accepted. Well, it's one thing to be accepted. It's another for someone to accept that way of life. Like if someone who is a bank robber, if they want me to accept them, is one thing, but I don't want them to bring the stolen money into the house. Don't know if that's applicable. But the whole thing, the point I'm trying to get, whoever may call himself transgender, we can't hate that person. They had a mother and a father that probably loves them. And like I said, Jesus set us free from sin, not to sin. And it is, to me, there's a spirit behind it. And that's what I wanted to get at when they talk about the shooter. They focus so much. They focus on certain things, political agendas. The thing is the person probably didn't shoot somebody because they were a transgender, which I don't like that term at all. I don't like the whole thing about it. The spirit behind it is the problem. You may, if you are that way, you may not want to admit it, but there is a demonic force behind it. It is not God. Say, well, God made me that way. Well, if you feel like you was born that way, get born again. But it's not God's desire to be that way. I don't find it in scriptures. People could try to twist things all they want. And I'm not going to say if someone has that issue and they decide they don't want to be, it's not going to be a fight. There always is a struggle. Paul, he prayed to God, take this away from me, this thorn in the flesh. Well, my grace is sufficient. He probably battled it to the day he died. Whatever that was, I got my own ideas. But again, like the media, one media may focus on one thing and another may focus on another, the whole transgender. What about the demon behind it? The demon behind a person who wanted to shoot somebody. That is a problem. The demonic force that is behind it. And you can politicize all you want, but this is a spiritual thing. Don't blame the gun. Don't necessarily tag it with the transgender. Tag it with demons. Demonic forces are influencing people to do terrible things. And that's what we got to come against spiritually, not politically. Now, if we come against things spiritually, it may overflow into the political realm. But this is a spiritual thing. The people in our country must get a hold of God and come against and pray against demonic forces, whether it be one-on-one on the individual or the area, to break these demonic holds upon people. My point is, you don't say, well, it was a transgender person that did it. It was a white person. It was a black person. It was a green person. It was a purple person. It was this or it was that. It was a demonic spirit behind it. And again, politics will not fix demonic spirits. Spiritual warfare with the Spirit of God is how we deal with this. And again, I just want to come on here and say that I doubt if there's anybody that's transgender. Again, this whole name, it's gotten out of hand. It's spiritual. There is hope. There is freedom in Jesus Christ from these bondages. But you must seek after it. You don't just give up and give in. Oh, I just feel like I need to be a bank robber, so I'm going to go rob a bank all the time and just deal with it and be happy. No. And don't just say, hey, you're a bank robber. Hey, come on in, bring your stolen money and you too. No. We should love people, no matter what their faults. Do not love the sin. Love the people. And accept them, however. Don't accept the sin. And try to help people to overcome. It's hard not to try to look down on somebody. We look down on one sin and not another. You know, we're like that. We're faulty when it comes to that. But we need to find ways to help people who seek help. Is there any help in the community? Is there, let's say, I don't know. Is there people in the community that feel like they're that way and they battle it and they have nowhere to go? If they go to church, somebody will frown on them. I'm not saying, I'm sorry. If a guy comes to church in a dress, there's a problem there. I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know whether you just say, come in and sit down, or you walk them out and say, hey, I don't know. It's a tough one. But there needs to be a ministry that will help people that are struggling with these things. That's what I'm getting at. And we need to know as Christians how to love people. Because what were we? Before we were saved, what were we? Oh, I wasn't that bad. I wasn't as bad as that guy over there. Well, that's not the way it works. But I guess I just wanted to come on here and say we've got to call it what it is. The sin and the spirit, the demonic spirit that is sweeping this world. We need to find how to pray and fight against that. We need to find ways to reach out and touch and love, not condone, but love the people that need deliverance. There's people all over that need deliverance from all sorts of things. And we've got to have enough of God in us, if that's a proper statement, to be able to do. You can pray for someone and deliver them from demonic spirits. Supposed to anyway. Supposed to be able to. But if you don't care, it ain't going to happen. If you just want to sit back and condemn, that ain't going to work. And we've probably all been guilty of that somewhat. But again, to the people who are, anyone who may call themselves of that nature, there's hope in Jesus Christ. But I'm not going to say, I can't say it won't come without a battle. But you can be free. And the person who is not of that pray against these demonic spirits. There's a war going on. It's not in the politics. Again, we need the Spirit of God to dominate and let it flow through the politics, not the politics control the spiritual. So I hopeful that I said what is supposed to be said. Jesus loves us, but not to sin. Okay, that's what I need, the telephone call right in the middle of my video. So I guess I'll wrap this video up.